What? We're live. You to say something? We're live. Keeping that in
Oh,
mind.
all right.
Don't say anything too provocative. All right. Back with Nick and Jerry. It's been a few weeks, but for most of you, you've seen Jerry's progress over that time. Losing weight during the holidays, during the time of the year that most people struggle. Jerry has continued past a huge benchmark and now kind of left it in his rear view, hitting 347 and change yesterday. So, Jerry, talk to us about that. How was it maintaining your nutrition plan during the holidays?
It was pretty difficult. I'm not gonna lie, I'm human like everyone else. But it's kind of like a bank account and a budget. I see it as you a lot of expenditure every day and expense, and then that's how I see the macros. And it is very flexible, so it allowed me to have a little bit of what I wanted instead of overindulge and all that, and keeping the big picture in mind, which is getting healthier and losing the weight. Yeah, the process itself has been very rewarding, but it's also been difficult during the holiday times.
So, what were some of the difficulties? What were some of the obstacles?
Well, a lot of things are carb based, and then it's just having the discipline to say I'm really going to follow it today versus like, you know what, today's Christmas, or oh, today's this, let me just forget about it, or I'll make it up the next day. It's sometimes I did go over, but at the same time, I made an effort to track everything, good or bad, know exactly how bad I was, and work out harder. Put in more. Take care of the calories I can control. I control them both, right? But really put in some time in the gym and all that.
So, did you have any days where you just said, "Screw this! I'm going to do whatever I want"?
There was a day where I attempted to do that, and then at the end of the night, I tracked it. And I guess eyeballing things a lot and doing things of that nature, you realize you really weren't too bad. One day I must have went like 50 over my carbs, 10 over my fat and everything, and I thought the wheels would fall off. But, I thought it would just lead to a cycle of bad, but it was like, no, just, get back at it the next day.
That's a huge lesson. Roz always likes to say, always be tracking, because that could have been devastating. You could have wound up going crazier by the end of the day had you not realized I can almost salvage this. And then B, you wake up the next day almost depressed, but you knew you weren't really that far off.
Well, I think to piggyback on what Jerry was saying, for me, just being determined to put in the numbers every day helped me maintain weight between Thanksgiving and New Year's. I was about 10 pounds down right before Thanksgiving. Did not have a great macro 6 weeks there, but because I was dedicated, at least tried to put in the numbers every day and did my best, I didn't gain weight for those 6 weeks, which was really astonishing. And so I started the new year right where I was before Thanksgiving, and now I'm down about 3 more pounds since the new year. So just trying to stick with the plan and trust the process, even if it's rough, makes a big difference. So that was really impressive.
Yeah, and I think sometimes people lose sight of that, like just having that plan every day and having that system set up, can set you up for success, whether it's weighing yourself every day just so you focus on, okay, I need to dial it in today, or simply tracking, even if you're off. I tell people I need to track every day, because if I don't track at night, that leads to me going absolutely crazy and eating whatever I want. Where if I track it, now I'm not going to do that.
Right. I'll tell you a funny story. It's almost like New Year's Eve. I bought some sparkling Welch's soda, like whatever, to mimic the champagne I stopped drinking. And when I realized that 8 ounces of that is 40 carbs, I was like, I almost could have a slice of pizza. I'd rather have a slice of pizza than drink this like sugary drink just to create some sort of New Year effect. So it's really about the choices as well. Like I could have almost a pound of a protein like meat or something, or turkey, versus one cupcake from whatever, and it's like, what is going to be more rewarding to me? I've noticed that lesson was really big during the holidays. I load up more on the turkey than I'll have the sides, or stay away from the cheese.
Jerry, it's also your whole disposition has been I see the transformation. Besides, you know, physical appearance and losing 72 pounds already, the whole disposition is really so much healthier and more positive. Like when I see you, we go out to dinner or hang out. So I mean, I think it's a really all encompassing so far. So it's really been wonderful to watch you.
Yeah, and I think it's hard to be, you know, one statement that I make with Roz is we've gone through like a somewhat stressful 2 months. We're traveling again. We stayed with my parents. And for me, my day is immensely less stressful when I wake up, look in the mirror, and I'm happy with what I see. It's almost like throw whatever you need to at me. I can handle it because I can control this. It's probably similar to, you know, what you say outside of this. It's like control what you can control. Right? I don't know the whole serenity prayer, but it has something to do with that. And it's, you know, if you focus on what you can control your nutrition, you can control your exercise to some extent, right? But if you can control that, who cares what else comes at you? You know, you're controlling the big picture stuff. And I think because you're doing that, like Nick said, everything else is changing.
Right. Absolutely. I've noticed that, you know, just life in general, like, you know, like I said, I control a lot of the different factors. And even then, it's like not having deviant behavior, not doing certain things. It's like I sleep better, work out better. Like my worries are so minimal compared to where I was 4 months ago. Even making a decision to leave my current job, I'm really good at what I do in terms of car sales. I'm going to be humble about it. I'm really good. You know, I guess that's
we know, we see. I mean, I see all the pictures.
And just to have the courage to go into a different field, you know, it started off with me looking better, feeling better. You know, dealing with things head on. And you know, it's kind of like I see that, you know, the gym, I see it at the gym as well. It's like you'd expect more from yourself, you know, and you put more in and you put all that in and you start seeing rewards coming at you, and it's fantastic. So
like Nick said, 72 pounds down. You were 347.2, I think, on Tuesday, which you're probably a little lower. That, you know, the rate in which you lose now will slow down. I think you're seeing that. I think you're also putting on some muscle. I've seen some of the pictures of you training. You continue to be fast on the treadmill. You're lifting heavier weights. You know, the scale is important, but it's not the end all be all. You know, knowing that, how do you feel moving forward? Do you still feel motivated? Are you dealing with any struggles seeing the scale slow down?
Well, yeah, I mean, it is challenging to feel like I worked out 6 days this week really hard and only go down 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds. But I'm benching more than I've benched. I'm doing much more things like that. Like me on the Stairmaster, you know, almost at 25, 30 minutes as a warm up. And physically, like I see the changes in my body. So, you know, you take the good with the bad and all that. I mean, it's like I'm not gonna try to crash diet just to please, you know, the Facebook world and this and that. It's an overall wellness thing, and I do wish it could go down a bit more. I do feel my body will get used to it, but I'm not the expert, and I just follow the process. And you know, you're a published author. I'm just, you know, I'm gonna humble myself and take the advice. You know, I don't know it all. I do know how to get. I know how to get to 442 pounds. I know how to do that. You know, but if
I ever want to do that, you are the guy we'll go to. But I think, you know, I always tell people, look, it's just as easy for me to tell you to adjust your numbers as it's actually easier for me to tell people to change numbers and keep them, because people are genuinely happier when you tell them to adjust them. But I'm also a big proponent of, if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's working. Trust it. There's going to come a point where we need to make an adjustment. For you, it's probably going to be more food, because I think along this journey, your metabolism is improving and you're certainly putting on more muscle. But I think with this new job, which should hopefully give you a little bit more opportunity to move, you know, as the weather improves in, you know, the New York area, you can get to the gym a little more with a more steady schedule. We're going to continue to see progress. I don't want it to be fast. You know, I think the rate you lost it so far has been absolutely perfect. If we continue to lose, you know, think about it this way. If you continue to lose just 2 pounds a week, we're going to be there, you know, by mid-July. You'll have your summer body ready. Hopefully you guys will come down to Florida. And we
We'll
will
be there.
get into some deviant behavior at that point.
Right.
No, we don't use. I think the three of us understand we don't need any alcohol to get into some deviant behavior.
That's true. That's certainly true.
I did notice though that even though I worked out 5 or 6 times this week, my regular everyday steps were lower. Because I was on vacation and all that other stuff. So, this really allows me to focus in on certain things. And my diet, instead of just saying a macro is a macro is a macro, I'm saying, am I getting my fiber? Am I getting certain things? And I'm becoming more conscious of the overall spectrum of nutrients and all that. I don't know. I just figured I'd put in a little bit more work, and I'm past the whole just at your macros thing. So,
well, and the last thing I know you got to go training is I'm a big believer in the best coaches are people that have battled through things and have a good understanding of what it takes. And I think because of that, long term, you're going to be someone that can help others with this because you've actually gone through the battle. And I think that's always been why I do well, because weight has been an issue and I have to work hard at it, versus someone who's just like, do this. I think long term, you're really going to be able to affect other people's lives because of that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I agree. Totally. All right, bro.
So, all right, you get to your training. Let's try to get back on these calls. I know we all are living busy lives. Nick's got like 18 kids. You got new jobs. I'm on the road. But let's look at Nick in a professional office. Isn't that crazy, Jerry?
He's going to go prosecute somebody. That's terrible.
Go prosecute, Nick. Have fun.
Let him go. Let him go.
Listen, that's New Zealand. That's Brazil. And that's the top of the CN Tower. So let's go do something crazy. Let's go jump a skydive.
I'm all in. I'm in, Jerry. Let's
Me too, man. I'm in.
do it. All right. So you guys have a great day. I'm going to post this in the tribe for everybody to see. Continue to motivate. We look forward to your next weigh-in, and have a great day.
Listen, also, I'm genuinely thankful to the tribe. I wake up, know that I have to be accountable every Tuesday. Kind words from everybody. I truly appreciate it. That young lady who competed in the games this weekend, good job to her. Mr. Wood, who always posts his positive good mornings and everything. I do follow them. I'm not just, trying to get attention. So I do appreciate the tribe very much. I really appreciate both you two guys. So thank you.
The last thing I'll leave this with is the only thing I'm disappointed in is when I put up your transformation picture, it gets more likes than my transformation picture. But that's bad. So, and I grew a beard. So anyway,
it's like polishing a Mercedes. It's already perfect. What are you talking about?
All right. Well, I will make sure the tribe knows that, and if they watch it, I'm sure they hear it. So go get to your training, Nick. Have a great day.
Peace.
Thank you, guys. You're good.